Welcome guys to the YouTube channel. We're eating right now, but today was the first day of Hardscape North America. Met a lot of people today. Got some networking in with Teco Block. I actually saw one of those fucking robots that move on their own. The little lawnmowers, that shit was crazy. We made a video about that. But right now we're gonna get some food. Then we're gonna head to the casino, win some money, double our money, and then
we're doing a 20K on black. We'll probably do like 3K and see what we get from that.
And that'll be it. We hit, we go home. If we lose, we're pissed and we tackle it again. Alright boys, but this YouTube video is gonna be filled with like a bunch of knowledge, a bunch of like information. We're gonna go around and see how everyone's being successful in the industry. We're gonna talk about landscaping, we're gonna talk about hardscaping, we're gonna talk about pools, and see what value we can provide to you guys so you guys can be successful in the landscape industry. Thank you guys for watching.
Before any one of you grow, talk to me. I have an experience to share. Watch every single step before you step up.
Yeah.
1 to 3 million, very easy. Past that is very hard.
Yeah.
So you gotta have system and processing in place.
1 to 3 is easy.
Easy. I get to 3 in my second year. Very easy, and then I just stopped it.
What do you do for a living, bro?
I do landscaping.
Landscaping?
Yeah.
What did y'all do last year in revenue?
We did about 1.2, 1.3 million.
1.2. Heck yeah. Big money. Alright, so yeah, we're just having fun. We're doing with his brother, with my brother, with his friends. We're just living life at the Equip Expo. What do you have to say?
I have to say that we're about to go to 4th Street.
¿Cómo te la estás pasando?
Good, bro. Like, me la estoy pasando al 100. Estoy con mis amigos, con mi hermano, and you know, we're meeting a lot of people, conociendo mucha gente, y aquí estamos al 100.
Heck yeah. Ya saben, aquí estamos en Kentucky, Louisville, vámonos.
Alright. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years? 5 or 10?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see myself owning a Bugatti. And I see us having multiple real estate properties.
Yeah.
And company being 10 million plus.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you say the hardest thing about business is, JP?
Stress.
Stress?
Yeah.
Stress. It's a big thing. You gotta manage your stress, otherwise you can't scale.
You can't scale?
You cannot scale without managing stress.
Okay. Mario, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Parents are retired, their houses are paid for, sister and brother are straight, probably about 150 to 250 real estate properties, Lambo, and a few houses, donating to the churches, donating to the community, and yeah, just anyone that's been through the whole process with me, we're going up.
Let's go. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years. Okay, 5 to 10 years for sure. We plan to take over my city, Clarksville, Tennessee, be the #1 lawn care company there. Have all mowing trucks, be the nicest mowing trucks there, not just a regular XLT truck, but a XLT truck with some nice rims on it and fully wrapped, and have my guys happy, making money. Us making money, me being young, running around in a nice supercar, hopefully, and my family not having to worry about nothing while I worry about everything.
Let's go. And what do you say that success means to you?
Everyone you love, taking care of, not having to worry about nothing. Shit, even if you sleep stressing about how you're gonna do something the next day, pay something the next day, but all your family is not worrying about shit. Yeah. That's what I think success is. For me, at least, not everyone has the same mindset, but for me, success is everyone you love, care about, make sure they're not dealing with any stress.
Awesome.
Which sometimes it's bad because they take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But as long as you know they're not stressing, you're happy.
All right. Eric, what are you doing to be successful in the industry?
What am I doing to be successful?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waking up every day, following our plan, our mission, vision, and core values every single day.
JP, what are you doing to be successful in the industry?
You have to do what other people are not doing. You have to be different from the average people. If you stand out, you get more jobs. Easy.
What are you doing to stand out?
We're trying to do different designers, and then communication with the clients, being transparent with the whole work, you know, how long it takes, how much it takes, and then just right there, you'll be different from everybody else.
By the way, just so everybody knows, what are you shooting for in revenue this year?
2.4.
2.4 million, that's awesome. Mario, what are you doing to be successful in the industry?
Just staying on God's path, just doing what I got to do, waking up when I got to wake up, doing what I got to do, even if I don't want to do it, just following the plan. It's pretty much what I'm doing.
And what would you tell all the guys watching who want to do landscaping or hardscaping? What advice would you give them to be successful?
So you'll go through some stuff that you're very stressed out, problems happen, but you just got to push through those. Those are the hard times that you should learn from, and just don't make the same mistake twice, and pretty much learn from your mistakes and keep going, keep pushing.
Awesome. Right now, what I'm doing to be successful in business, I'm immersing myself in events like this, like HNA, surrounding myself by successful business owners like JP, Mario, etc., and learning what everyone is doing to be successful in the industry so I could implement into my business. And that's the best thing you could do in business.
Now, why are you immersing yourself in this space, specifically this event?
Specifically this event because we started in lawn care, then we got into installation, and that's really what the path that we took in order for us to give us more opportunities, right? So we have a landscaping business, and it opened a lot of opportunities for us. And that's why we immerse ourselves in this industry.
And if you were to go back and you would give advice to your 19-year-old self, what would you tell him?
I would say that 19-year-old self?
19-year-old self. What do you tell him on being successful? Is it taking risks? Is it being motivated? What is it?
I would say think big, take as many risks as you can, and fuck up as many times as you can. The bigger, the better.
Let's go. You heard it here first.
Jose, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. Okay, five. I would say company like at 25. I would want to be at 25 million and scale our other businesses, maybe a portfolio of like 50 million in real estate, and grow my social media to over 1 million followers over all platforms, and retire everyone in my family, and be able to, travel the world, have a couple mansions, different spots, exotic cars, stuff like that. Hell yeah. Guys, so we just got to day 2 of Hardscape North America. We're here at a class called The Relationship Advantage, Turning Prospects into Partners. Starts at 10 p.m. Today's going to be filled with a lot of education. We're going to go to a total of 3 classes. Then we're going to go interview some people at the expo, see who else we could get on video and who else we can meet and network with. And yeah, it's going to be a great day today. What do you have to say, Mario?
I'm ready for today, ready to learn from the 3 classes. That's my most exciting thing for today, is just learning new knowledge.
Let's go, guys. We're going to try to get as much knowledge filled for you guys as possible so you guys can learn and improve your business. My goal is to provide you guys with as much value as possible. Let's go.
100% of my marketing goes out to my market. But if somebody in long-term care says, hey, we want to hire you, and they have money, I'm there all day long. So you are not, you're starting to niche. So think about, what is my niche? What am I the very best at? What am I known for?
Go. All right, so we just went to a class that was talking about prospecting, sales. It was good information because it was showing us like what CRMs we could use, how many times we could follow up. And it turns out that the amount of times you have to follow up changed from 3-4 years ago. It used to be like 7 touch points for someone to acknowledge who you are. Now it's over 21 touch points. And that's a lot of touch points if you really think about it. And that's something we don't take to mind, We don't keep in mind how we think if we just follow up one time that we're gonna get the job,
There's clients that I followed up for 2 years now, and eventually they end up closing, you know? You gotta find a CRM where you could keep your clients in the pipeline, so whenever they are ready to move forward, you're the one they contact. You're the one they go to do the project with, or to do lawn maintenance with, or whatever you offer. Keep that in mind. Whatever business you're doing, it's really about like building relationships with the clients and then making sure you have a CRM so you can follow up, and whenever they're ready, they'll turn into clients. And also do things to stand out, like take them out to lunch, you know, give them a gift. Whenever you're close by their property, take them some coffee, stuff like that. Do things that other contractors aren't doing so they won't price shop you. If you're like every other contractor, then they're gonna treat you like every other contractor. So do something to stand out, be different, and then you won't have to compete on price. You'll compete on value.
Process. When we ask better questions like this through it, the individual feels heard. Right. Thank you for all the information about your project. It's great to know that you're looking to X, Y, Z. You reiterate to them what they said, because now they really feel heard and give, because if we only do that, we compete on the price. So the last thing that we can do in this, by the way, and everybody, you can come up and see this at the end if you want to. This is, my company was called Brickworks. And this is something that we gave to every single person during our consultations. This is what I call a job folder as well. So very simple. Inside we had a carbon copy sheet where we would write on one side and then keep the other. So this helped really well for us to be able to take this back and then work with the designer and put all the important information. Plus, if somebody came back and said something later, we're like, but you said this the first time. Okay, yeah, we gotta make a change, right? So that was really useful. We had this as a design guide. Very, very simple little message from me at the beginning of it. We actually outlined in detail here the software we use, the design process, some of the material selections. Again, and I put stuff in here that our higher end customers use. Here's some information about our base prep, our install, all this stuff went into this design guide. They got that as well. And then the last piece of it was this USB drive. You guys have seen these like a credit card USB drive, right? Branded again with the company logo. This is where all their design files went. This is where their estimate went. This is where all the information to their project went. And all of this tucked into this folder and was given to the customer at the end. And by the way, this, about 12 bucks. Total cost, $12. How much more valuable for you as a homeowner would it be if you met with a contractor who gave you nothing versus somebody who gave you this? We're not even in the same ballpark anymore, right? Big difference for 12 bucks. Right? When we can give deliverables, we set ourselves aside in this process.
So we just got out of a class that was talking about, what was it, self what? Self-value. Self-value. And he was talking about why it's important to have discipline, to have self-respect, to do what you say you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't trust yourself to get shit done, that's gonna reflect on your business. And I've actually been guilty of that in the past. Sometimes I say I'm gonna do something and I don't get it done. I feel like shit the next day.
If you're breaking promises to yourself, how are you going to be able to deliver that to clients if you can't even trust everything that you're telling yourself or do what you're telling yourself?
Exactly. A good example is like when you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't show up, or when you say you're going to wake up early and you don't wake up. When you tell a client you're going to do something, how do you expect yourself to trust you to deliver that product, that service to a client?
So now we're about to hit the expo. I think we're on West Side, right? What is this, West Side?
We're over here by Titan Post Drivers, and we're gonna go interview some people and see
some different products.
How we can get better, how we can improve and provide value to you guys. Let's go.
Guys, check out this premium edging. As a contractor, I'm in the landscape industry, hardscape industry. I didn't even know this existed. So, as you can see over there, over here, I'm gonna go over here. This edging, super thick, super wide, super long. In site one, I have only seen this one. I've never seen this one. But Kurt over here, he's gonna give us a little bit more information for you guys, so you guys can know where you can purchase these products.
Yeah, so Jose, as far as the edging goes, they come in standard colors, green, brown, and black, and different lengths and different widths, anywhere from 4 feet to 16 feet long. Our classic design is right here, which has been around since 1958. But the last couple of years, we've designed a new edging. It's called Quick Lock, and it's really simple, as you see there. It's as simple as that. It's an interlocking system, and we're using a V-stake rather than a straight stake, which is more stable, creates greater stability, and it also locks into place and creates a really nice, clean line like that.
Wow, that's awesome.
So. It's gives you, there's an 8-inch overlap with our classic design. There's only a 2-inch with this, so you get six more inches of linear foot, and it costs exactly the same, so it's a better value as well. And it comes in a powder coating too, which is more durable than just standard paint.
Now, could I find this at Site One, or do I have to special order that? How does that work?
Some Site Ones carry it in their warehouse, but others you'll have to special order it. They don't have it in stock, but it's in their system, they can order it.
Now, I know we were talking about these right before we started recording the video. These are corners. I have never seen these at Site One.
Yeah, some carry them, some don't. So again, sometimes it might be a special order thing that you have to order.
Could you tell us a little bit more about how you use these and where you would apply them to?
Well, this is a good example right here, right? So you've got one used at a 90-degree angle to create that, again, stability. There's other ways to do it using different types of supports, but this would be the best method that you'd want to use.
Now, if I'm installing premium outdoor living spaces, what's the best tools right here to use? Because I see there's these stakes, I see there's these.
Yeah. Different applications, but traditionally you're going to use the straight stake for the classic design down here, and then you're going to use the V stake for our quick lock system. Yeah, and that's really the basic difference.
Now I see this one. What would this be used for?
Just different edges and areas of landscape, just depending.
Okay.
You may need additional support because these are, put 4 stakes per stick, and so you may need an additional one for support. If you're starting to lift or whatever.
Now tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, this is just a nice little accessory. Swimming pools, kids running around, don't want them to fall on the edging, scratch themselves up pretty good. So this is just a vinyl covering that you just put along the edge there. And it looks good. It comes in the brown, green, black as well.
Awesome.
There you go.
Now, Kurt, for any of these guys that want to use any of these products, who would you recommend reaching out to? Do you guys have a sales rep, or what's the best way to get in?
Well, through our distribution partners, like for example, Site One, BFG, BWI, etc. Those are our main, our larger distributors that we deal with.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kurt.
All right, Jose. Good luck, guys.
So I see a lot of contractors use you guys in the industry. What makes you guys different from all the other softwares?
Okay, well, I'll answer part 1, and then Rachel can take over part 2. I'd say part 1 that I feel really good about, I'm the head of community at Jobber. We have a community. You use Jobber, but then you also become part of the community, and we want to see you, we want to hang out, all of that kind of thing. So you're not just using a software, you're really joining a bunch of people who want to get better, want to improve, like that growth mindset. We put on a lot of webinars, there's a lot of events, all of that kind of thing. So there's joining the community is number 1, but let's talk about the product.
Yeah, so boots on the ground stuff. So I think I've said to people like 3 times today, generally when you get into lawn care, hardscaping, tree care, you get into it because you're good at your craft and you love doing what you do. Nobody gets into lawn care because they're like, wow, I'm so passionate about spreadsheets and invoicing and software. So Jobber is so easy to use that they can use it to manage those aspects of the business that are really time consuming, or they're not passionate about, or they're not even good at, so they can get back to the work that they are good at.
Exactly. Now, what type of contractors or what type of people do you guys service is the best fit for like your software?
You want to take that one?
Yeah, I can take that one. So like broadly, Jobber is a good fit for anybody who offers a service. They go to a place and do a thing. We're not usually good for stationary, although I've been able to make it work from time to time. Here, it's things like lawn care, arborists, hardscaping, but also like more broadly in the trades, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, construction. And one of my favorite things is working with weird businesses. Businesses that they were not usually have a software built specifically for them. Like a couple of years ago, I worked with a fine art detailer.
Yeah.
They go into people's homes and they clean things like paintings and statues, and they need a way to track and manage that. I also worked with a company that did pest control specifically for birds, but they used falcons to take care of pigeons. Jobber's a good fit for anybody who does a service on a location. Sorry, that was like a really long, broad answer.
No, I think that's a really good answer. Now, me specifically, I do design and build. Like, we go to customers like home, and we design and build outdoor living spaces. Would that be a good software for me?
Yes, it really. So I'm sorry, I didn't even say it earlier. I'm a product expert at Jobber, which means that I talk to business owners all day, every day, and see what sort of problems do you have and what kind of goals do you have, and does Jobber facilitate that? You are going to a place to provide a service, even if the service is designed. So if you were struggling with things like appointment setting, customer communications, maybe even just like providing them with the right documents or communications, that's something that Jobber could probably help with. Were we built specifically for that? No. Could we work for you? Probably. And then if you want to book some time with me?
And then
you know what? I actually do have an appointment with you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Amazing.
Yeah, because when you get into the build side, on that side of your business, we are 100%,
Oh, it's slam dunk for that.
Yeah,
on the
100% a fit for you. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Excited to have you on the Jobber team soon. Yeah.
We'll see. All right, Jim. I saw this product over here, and I was like, what is this? Could you tell me a little bit more about what this is?
Absolutely. So this is the ABI mini skid steer loader. So this is a prototype. So we'll be launching this sometime Q4 of 2026. And this is a little bit different than most of the mini skid loaders. This guy is actually going to run about 50% faster ground speed than anything else on the market right now.
Yeah.
So we're accomplishing that through a couple of different things. You'll notice that it's got tires instead of tracks.
Okay.
So that's going to give us a lot more ground speed potential. The tires also enable us to work in different surfaces, so concrete, asphalt, gravel, soil, any kind of surface, snow, ice, all of that as well, that sometimes the tracks struggle with a little bit.
Okay.
So that's really a core feature, but also you've got the joysticks here instead of hydraulic levers. So this is an electric over hydraulic system. And the benefit of that is now we can program and pattern the sticks to do different things.
Awesome.
And also have different types of drive modes. But the most important thing is that because we're about 50% faster than anything else out there, we need to make sure that we can operate it safely. So if you've got your loader bucket up in the air and you got 800 pounds on it, it's not going to let you go 6 miles an hour because you're going to do some
some damage.
Tip over.
Yeah.
There's going to be some problems. So, but once you bring it down, now you're going to be able to go fast.
Now I see these joysticks, and it reminds me of PlayStation I used to play when I was a kid.
Sure.
How do you use this?
Yeah, well, so because it's a prototype, we are still in the phase of figuring out exactly what we want.
Okay.
This ultimately will end up likely as something more custom than these are off-the-shelf joysticks. But that's kind of the beautiful thing about this is that you can either run it kind of like a zero turn and use both the sticks for your forward and reverse and your turning, or you can flip a switch and one can be for your loader controls and one can be for your steering or drive controls.
So it's going to be like playing a video game.
Probably so. A lot more than anything else that's out there right now.
Now, which type of contractor is this specifically for?
So this would really, we're really targeting the contractor that's going to be doing a lot of ground level or surface level work.
Okay.
This is where that ground speed is so important. So if you're moving material from a pile to the back of the yard, you want to be able to get there really fast.
Yes.
Right? On top of that, let's say that you have a power broom on the front of this thing and you're in a big wide open space and you need to power broom that parking lot quickly. This is going to be able to get that done for you a lot faster. Also, because this can be run more efficiently and more fast, you can do soil prep work efficiently as well, with your ground speed being able to be a little higher. On top of that, if you operate this in the wintertime and you want to do sidewalk plowing, snow plowing, that sort of thing, because you have higher ground speed, now you can do all those things much more efficiently, where a mini skid doesn't make a ton of sense. It's just too slow for that kind of work. So anyone who wants to go fast while still having best-in-class height and best-in-class reach at about 800, it might be up to 1,000-pound lift capacity, which is pretty good in the marketplace as well.
Yeah, because I know what we struggle with our MT100 is we have tracks on it, and every time we go to a backyard, it tears everything up.
Sure. Yeah, so tracks are not going to do a very good job when you turn.
Yeah.
The benefit of a track is a lower PSI on the ground, especially in a wet environment, where this is going to have a higher PSI on the ground in that wet environment. So there's a benefit, and there's pros and benefits to everything, but also tracks are expensive.
Correct.
And they're, kind of a pain, and they don't really work that great when you've got frozen ground as well. So you're not going to run that thing in the wintertime for snow removal type work. So pros and cons, we're going with tires in order to bring something a little bit different to the marketplace.
Yeah, awesome. Now, Jim, for people that want to invest into this product, when it finally releases, where could they buy it?
Sure. So we have a number of dealers around the country that'll have this product and can support it and service it beyond that. But abiequipment.com is where you will be able to learn a lot more about the product. It's actually in pre-release right now on that website, so people can check it out with some overview information today. But as we are continue to launch and get closer and closer to launch, we finalize some of the features and capabilities and whatnot. You can actually follow us on Instagram as well, and Facebook and YouTube and all those places as well to kind of come along for the journey.
What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook?
It's a great question. One of our other guys probably knows. I'm too old for that.
Okay. Now, when does this release?
So we're targeting a Q4 release. So October of 2026 is when we're expecting these to be shipping out the door. But you can actually get your pre-order in now. So you can put a deposit down on this and get in line for when they're ready.
Awesome, man. I'll take a look into it. Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, I use this saw every single day.
Yeah.
But I see this over here. It looks electric. Could you tell me a little bit more about this product?
Yeah, it sounds like we might have an opportunity to get you that same performance, but with cordless technology. So in 2026, you're going to see us launch the TS500, powered by 2 of our AP batteries. And what you're actually going to get is 30% more power than the infamous TS420.
Okay. Now, why would this saw be better than this one? Because I run this every single day.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's the benefits of cordless, right? No maintenance, no emissions, a lot quieter. If you pair it with one of our low noise wheels, we're talking about 4x quieter than the TS420.
Now, do you think this is where the industry is going?
Oh, 100%, right? When it just comes to convenience and power, the power's there. The power is more than gas, and with the convenience, that's where the industry's headed.
Okay. And then, when will be the release of this product?
That's going to be early Q1 of 2026.
2026, and where could we buy it?
At any servicing steel dealer across the country.
What are your main steel dealers?
We are all over the country. Pretty much any corner around the country, you can find a steel dealer.
Do you have a sales rep in Atlanta, Georgia?
Oh, we absolutely do. Yeah, no questions asked.
Who is it?
Oh, you got me there. I don't know. Sorry about that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Ryan.
Have a good day.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Lenny. If you want to introduce yourself and where you're from.
You bet. Lenny Magnol. I'm a marketing manager for Exmark Manufacturing. We're based out of Beatrice, Nebraska.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I saw this and it just really caught my eye. I've never seen a deck this wide. So what are the main features on this product that separates y'all from other products similar to this?
So the big thing with this is, so it's 12 foot wide, 144 inches, the same blades across the whole deck. So that's one of the things. The other big thing, and the thing that really Exmark is known for, is quality of cut and low service and maintenance requirements.
Yes, sir.
So even with all of this machine, there's only 9 grease zerks, 3 that you have to hit weekly. The other 6 are just annual grease zerks. So the rest of it's all just standard maintenance. You know, your engine hydros and your engine oil and filter, hydro oil and filter, those things. The other big thing is the ability of it to flex through varying terrain. So it'll flex down 15 degrees, it'll flex up 20 degrees, but when it gets to those, there's a stop. So it'll hold it at that angle. Some of the other ones, when they go past their barrier, they just shut the deck off. So that's one of the big things. The other thing is, where the center section is only a 48-inch deck, when we fold it up, this machine will actually fit in a typical enclosed trailer.
Wow, that was my next question. So you can actually fold both sides up and fit it in a normal enclosed trailer?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So how many acres does this cut per hour?
So what we typically say, we do an 80% rule, so talk about 80% efficiency. So it'll do a little over 11 acres per hour.
Oh,
with
wow.
that. But I think, so at Exmark we have a 14-acre test plot, and I actually was able to mow that. I didn't do all of it. I probably did about 12 acres, and I did it in about 52 minutes.
Wow, that's awesome. So why would you choose this instead of like a normal tractor, just pulling that, whatever they call that thing on the back of the tractor?
The efficiency of this.
Efficiency.
So probably 2 big things. Number one, this will out mow a tow behind, hands down, right? Okay. The other thing is, we were just talking about it transporting. So if you got to transport a tractor and a tow behind, you know, you're either driving slow-moving vehicle down the road, or you're putting it on a specialty trailer.
Perfect. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for stopping in.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Have a great one.
Okay.
I see the electric mower on the screen.
Yes.
Where is that at?
So, so we have this is our autonomous. That's what's up right now. Is our autonomous mower. We don't have any battery mowers inside. We've got them outside in our demo booth.
What is autonomous?
So autonomous is just that. It mows without an operator. So what you do is you mow the boundary area. You mow anything, we call them exclusion zones.
Yeah.
So let's say, you know, a tree circle or whatever that might be. You park it, you hit go, it'll orient itself, and then it'll stripe up and down through that property on its own.
So if my dog's outside, it's not going to run over my dog.
So what'll happen is, if an obstruction that it doesn't know about comes in, it'll slow down. It'll see if it clears itself. If it clears itself, it'll just take off and go on. If the dog comes down and just lays down in front of it, it'll sound an alarm for the operator to come out and move the dog, reset it, and let it go so it's safe.
Could this cut a whole commercial property by itself?
Yes, absolutely.
Does it have to be monitored?
It does. It is. It's super. We call it supervised autonomous.
Okay.
So. What you're able to do is, let's say you put that on a commercial property, you let it mow. You can be out doing, you know, the weed whip, doing edges, you know, doing if you've got hedges out there that you've got to trim up. So it just allows you to kind of do 2 things at one time.
All right, guys, we're here on the outside of the expo. We're about to get on these Exmark mowers. I remember when I started, this was one of the first machines that we got this brand, and I want to try them out. I'm gonna do the little racetrack, see if I could win.
My first mower was a turf tracer.
Turf tracer?
Yeah. 36 inch.
I think mine was too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can grab some eye protection. That's mandatory. Ears are optional.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. What are you guys interested in today?
Everything.
Everything? Okay. I heard you say that. You guys can demo whatever you want. We'll get you going.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, guys.
Let's see how this goes. I've never driven one of these.
Which one do you like? Like, have you been on these before?
Not the Laser C.
You've never been on the big one?
No. Have you?
I've been on the big one. I think I had a big one of the big ones. That's how we used to.
Only sit on one that I've been on is the Walker.
the walker. Okay.
Yeah, which you're one hand. This is gonna be.
The big one's crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
We use it for our commercial property over there in Dalton. Fast.
It's fast. Yeah.
Always use your protective equipment. You don't use this? I'm just playing with you guys.
Mine are invisible, but you should always wear them if you're mowing all day.
Did you actually use it when you cut lawn?
Yeah, I used to wear the headphone ones, like the big ones.
I would wear these, but I wouldn't wear these.
I would not wear these unless I was weed eating, but I would definitely wear the earmuffs.
Be safe.
I gotta get another lap, warm up lap. Yeah. Yes, sir. Haven't been on a mower in years.
I couldn't hear anything with these on. But that guy got mad over there for going fast. I was going fast in it.
I was going fast. I took out the whole corner. I couldn't steer at first.
You see, guys? This is why if you're in lawn maintenance, that right there is gonna take your job.
And it doesn't tear up the yard like my guys do.
And it doesn't get tired like you do. Think about it. How long can that go? How long can you go?
It's not going to ask for overtime either.
Shit. That's pretty cool. Last time we came on those mowers, I remember I came with one of my buddies. I was drifting. I was doing 360s and everything. That was last year. I want to find somewhere we could do that again because this guy got mad. Oh shit, we can use the excavator.
Oh yeah.
Have you used the excavator?
Yeah. Once, loaded.
We demo the excavator.
Yeah, there's a little bit of line, but
Okay. Alright, so my goal is to at least knock down half the fence.
And get kicked out.
You get kicked out of the whole expo. Fuck. Finally. I've never
Let's see what he's got.
never driven this shit, so we're about to figure it out. I saw this guy pull the red lever, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Watch out, guys. We might get hit.
What's going on?
Watch your head.
Let me see if I can get the dirt over there.
Yes, sir.
You want me to dig a big hole? I'm gonna dig a big hole.
Yes, sir. I would say we don't run. Yes, sir.
I got 4 years plan to retire.
Alright, so we just got on the excavator. I forgot the name of it.
It was a Case 90.
Case 90. Got a little bit of dirt on Mario, but I didn't know how to use it.
Guys yelling at me.
It was a good time. That was my first time using an excavator in my life. I think it's pretty easy. It's kind of like playing like a video game. So I already forgot, but one of them is to go up and down, and then one of them is to turn the bucket. That's pretty much what it is. Pretty simple. I would say it'll take like a good, what, like three days?
3 days to figure it out.
Like to learn it good.
But once you get it down, the efficiency that it can help with is just insane.
Yeah, those machines are used for like what we would use it for is retaining walls to dig footers for anything like that, or maybe if Or what else? What do you?
Also demoing old walls, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. If you get the little attachment.
If you need to load up
concrete?
stuff into a dump truck, like fence. I mean, there's a few things.
There's a lot of stuff
mainly
you
we'd
could
use it for footers.
Yeah. If you don't invest in machinery, it's gonna cost you a lot more in labor to get a project done. So save your guys' back and just get a machine.
Exactly.
Right now we have a skid steer, we have a mini skid steer, and probably in the future we'll get a mini excavator. This guy has everything, right?
Yeah.
Which one do you like the most?
Honestly, I haven't personally driven the excavator much because when we got that, I was already outside the business. So the main thing that I've driven would be the Vermeer 925, which I do like, but we also do have the MT100s from Bobcat, and we've had no issues with them. We have 2 of those. They have a lot more power. They're faster, more efficient for the job site, but the Vermeer is still a reliable machine, so we'll always keep that around just in case there's ever any times where the MT100 needs a service or something like that. We need to make sure we have the machines so we can still provide the quality work.
There's so many tools you can use, equipment, but realistically, the most efficient way to do it is just keep it simple. Use what you need to use, don't overcomplicate things. Whoop.
On the trailer, they may.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And yeah, just keep it simple. We use this a lot, these compactors. We have that jumping jack. Yeah. You have one of those too?
Yeah, we have that jumping jack, and then we also have both compactors.
Yeah,
jumping jack I like better.
For the footing?
For the footings, yeah.
And then when you're doing an engineered wall, you need the little remote control compactor. What is that shit called?
The roller.
The roller, yeah, there you go. I don't personally use it, my guys use it, but just get yourself some guys that have like 20 years of experience, go sell a job, and then you can make money on it. All right, guys, I would say like about four months ago, we pulled the trigger on one of these. Way much more efficient. Our team is way much more efficient because we used to have only an MT100. We had to do all half pallets. So my guys would manually unload every single pallet and separate it into 2 pallets. It takes so much more in labor. Whereas if we just invest into one of these, instead of renting it out, we're probably spending around $4K a month on just renting out equipment. And then we pull the trigger on one of these. I think the payment is like, what's the payment on yours?
Like $1,400, $1,300.
I think mine is like $1,200, something like that. $1,200 instead of $4,000. That's a big difference, and it saves me on labor, so it's a no-brainer. Once you get to that point where you're using it almost every single day, just pull the trigger. Stop being a little bitch. We're here with Mr. Johnny. Johnny, tell me what you do.
Jose. What we do is we basically bring a whole set of operations and systems and processes and pair admins with companies and make them, basically teach them how to use the processes, help the company implement the processes, and make the company function better for the owner so that they can focus on the things that they need to, not the paperwork, this invoicing, remembering what password they used for the 15th app that they bought, paying the bills, collecting the money, all that. Answering the phones, processing the leads, making them go through the sales pipeline, project pipeline, all of it.
Yeah, I remember back in, how long have we been working with you guys? Over a year?
2.5, it's almost 2 years, I think.
Almost 2 years?
Yeah.
So I remember back then we were struggling with a lot of our systems and processes, and that's where Johnny came in. He helped us a lot. Yeah. Implemented Go High Level. So if you guys are struggling with that, I definitely recommend Advance.
Yeah.
And Johnny, tell us now, like, who do you service? Like, who's your ideal client?
Ideal client is anyone, over 500K gross income typically, but I mean, anyone that's got a business that started it from the ground up, that's trying to scale it, honestly. We can help you implement the sales process, the project process, and just make things run smoother for you.
Someone who's struggling with what?
man, like if you're having trouble answering the phone, first off, it might sound basic, but in keeping track of all those people and then also showing up and communicating, like hit us up because we can help you out huge just with taking that off your plate. Making sure you're there, make sure you got the information, and you just show up, you do the one thing that you're good at, you ain't got to worry about all the other stuff. So.
Okay. So when someone comes up to you and like they're new, right? Mm-hmm. What are they normally struggling with?
It's kind of all over the place. Some people are struggling with invoicing. Some people are struggling with paying subs.
Okay.
I mean, you messaged me this morning about you want to create an automation to where the admin gets a task a year after the project is complete to send them a gift, right?
I actually learned that here.
Yeah.
So this is why it's important to immerse yourself in the space. We're here at Hardscape North America. I've learned a lot from Johnny. I've learned a lot from the guys I've met here. And yeah, definitely recommend that you work with them.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, brother. Love you, bro.
What's up, man? How are you?
Good,
you just
good,
want to
good.
introduce yourself? And we'll
I am
start off with
Art. We're with Warming Trends, Denver, Colorado-based U.S. manufacturer.
Okay, and how long have y'all been in business?
Since the 1990s.
Oh, wow. So y'all got a bunch of experience. So if you just want to explain this product that we have, this fire pit, if you just want to kind of go over exactly the manufacture of how y'all do it, if y'all build it in-house and all that stuff, that'd be great.
We do. Hey, we are a metal shop end to end. So you're going to see a variety of materials here. It starts with brass bar stock. So we get 15-foot lengths of brass bar stock. They are machined on 5 CNC machines to parts that are as large as 9 inches. So really, really large burners. In many cases are daisy chain smaller components. That gives us the ability to make, as an example, a 20-foot shark fin for Margaritaville in the Caribbean. So we do steel. That's somewhat complementary. Our base product is aluminum and brass, but we're totally in-house, end to end.
So everything's in-house. And what separates y'all from the other competition?
Patents and technology. So our jets have a very small opening at the base. As gas approaches, it's condensed into a narrow column. It moves with force through the center of our jet. There are openings on the side of the jet. The rushing column creates a vacuum. Air is mixed in the same way that a carburetor mixes air with fuel in an automobile. That's all patented. Nobody can copy this. The system is sealed.
Okay. So last question for you. How long does a standard propane tank last on this fire pit right here?
Well, a 20-pound propane tank holds about 5.5 gallons of propane. Every gallon is 92,000 BTUs. So a burner like this of 180, if the key valve is wide open, would last about 3 to 3.5 hours on a 20-pound propane tank. But a burner that's rated at 180 usually is turned down to about half, just so that the heat is not overwhelming. So you could get 7 to 8 hours of runtime.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you very much.
Sir.
Put my safety glasses on for this. All right, so we do outdoor living spaces, and we're pretty new to the industry, I would say so.
Okay.
What's the installation process of this? Because if I see something like this and I see that gas comes out of it, I think it's like a safety hazard. Is it pretty easy to install?
Our biggest competitor is apprehension. Outdoor living guys do irrigation. If there's a problem, something gets wet. When you do gas, if there's a problem, something gets burned. So connections are the first element in safety. Where installation manuals say use pipe dope, use pipe dope. Where they say tight, make sure that it's tight. And as far as fuel, liquid propane is heavier than air. If there's ever a leak, like the key valve doesn't get turned all the way off, it will collect in a vessel like water in a bucket. So you want to make sure you have venting. On this vessel at the bottom, there are lozenges that allow fuel to dissipate as opposed to collecting. So safety is one of the primary considerations in design.
Awesome. And I know I haven't personally used this. How much does something like this cost?
About $3,500. But again, much of that is dependent on the ignition selection. If you want full automation, if you want to tell Alexa to start my fire feature, you need an ignition that's about $2,000. So a $3,500 feature becomes $5,500.
Those are MSRP. If you're an outdoor living contractor, that's not what you would pay, but that's what the consumer would see.
That's awesome. And where could I find you guys? Because this looks awesome, and I didn't even know you guys existed.
Well, we have a network of distribution, Site One, Ewing, Heritage. We have other wholesale, some stone yards carry the product. Online, there's a great e-com customer called montanafirepits.com.
Yeah.
So there's a variety of places you can find it, and if you don't find it there, call us.
Awesome. Thank you, Art. I appreciate it. So first, tell me, what's your name?
Ty.
Ty?
Paul, yep.
And what do you do?
I'm a builder for Preston Hardscape Design.
And what's the hardest project that you've built? Like something that made you think creative?
The most complicated was this river job. Huge job, very custom fire pits, retaining walls, scribing around boulders, stuff like that. So.
And what is scribing for the people that don't know?
So there's a boulder face. It's got, natural face. When you lay into it or around it, you have to cut the boulder and make the border paver or wherever you're at fit up against the rock, like flush with the natural curve of it.
So everything's custom?
Everything's custom.
And what do you cut that with?
Cut it with a chop saw, and then we'd take a grinder and grind out
the shape of it?
The shape of it, yes.
Okay, and could you tell me what's the craziest project you built to this day? Because I know you do a lot of crazy projects with Dan.
Yep, 100%. It was a 3-phase project, all ends of the house. Just crazy. We did rivers with bridges over top, just crazy stuff like that.
Is it on your Instagram or is it on Dan's Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Dan's Instagram.
Okay. And what do you like most about what you do?
The satisfaction, the gratitude, making customers happy, giving them what they want and what they need for their outdoor living space.
And where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
See myself with my own company and just doing what I love, doing custom work, yeah.
And I know you told me you work with Dan and you're his builder, right?
Yep.
If someone watching wants to do what you do, what advice do you have for them? Like build those crazy projects.
Sign up for Hardscape Mentor. Sign up for Hardscape Mentor. You learn 250 tutorials about how from excavation to sweeping in sand, all the videos, whatever you need to know is on there. So that's what I would look into. For sure.
Awesome. Thanks, Ty.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. We're leaving day 2 of the expo. Got a lot of footage today. I'd say a good amount, right?
Probably at least 10.
At least a couple hours of content. But we're gonna get it all edited and posted for you guys. We just talked to Hardscape Mentor. That was a good booth. Talked to his nephew. Told us that he was the builder for Dan. So he does all his hardscaping, all his landscaping, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's awesome seeing like people our age doing the same thing that we're doing. Pretty tired. Gonna go get some food. Haven't ate all day. 2 donuts and some coffee. But what do you want to say, Mario?
Great day today. We got some good knowledge for the 2 classes that we did make it to. Saw a bunch of people, met a bunch of people, linked up with people over at Advanced Administrations, Johnny and Doug, shout out to them. Cool guys. Rise and Build's about to head down to Nashville for a few days sometime soon. And here we go.
All right, guys, today we're here at the Zeppa's event. Right now we came upstairs. They're gonna do like a little speech or something. And we're gonna listen to what they have to say. We use Advanced Administration, for all you guys that don't know. We use them for they do all our admin work and operations, stuff like that. Really good company, but this is basically a lot of the landscape and hardscape industry right here, so pretty cool. Good area to network and meet everyone in the industry and see what they're doing to be successful.
What's up, guys? 2 beers in, enjoying ourselves. JP, Mario, Jose, Jen. We're here networking with everybody. I mean, if you're coming to events like this, you're doing something right, meeting new people, seeing old friends, really sharing knowledge of how the season is going, and how you can improve. So being around other contractors that want to add value to you and want to improve is the best thing you can do. So that's what we're doing today, and it's going to be a good night.
How many of you made it to the Signet booth? But on the beside the coffee thing, you'll see a screen that's talking about the Hardscape Paradise event in Cancun in February. And I've got some gold tickets.
Each other and share ideas. That's what this is about. All of our companies. That's what keeps us like moving forward. That we want to raise the industry up. It's not just selling product or giving a service. It's actually bringing everybody up together. As everyone has said, we're all very thankful for that. And tonight's another great example of how we've come together.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, let's go. All right, guys, we just got to the expo. We got an energy drink, we got a water. We're here with the guys. We're here with Eric, we're with Mario, JP, and Jen. We're gonna walk around, get some more interviews in, meet some more people, and see what we can learn today. Mario, you gotta say anything?
Ready for day 3. We're gonna get in a few interviews for sure. Hopefully learn some knowledge. We're gonna catch that flight though around 5:50. So we got a few hours. So let's see what we can do. Eric.
We had a crazy night last night. I'm not gonna lie. Owning a business, you gotta work hard, but you gotta also enjoy yourself. So if you're putting the effort and you're grinding and you know you are and you're making some money, you gotta have fun too. Hey guys, we're here with Brian Taylor from Ditch Witch. Brian, I see you have all the machines here in the display. Why is Ditch Witch the to-go machine for any construction project?
The go-to machine for any construction project. Well, I would tell you, we're underground construction guys. That's kind of our culture, right? So our stuff was kind of born out of that underground trenching, plowing, hard vibrating business. So ours are construction grade, and they're really well built in Oklahoma, America.
Wow, that's amazing. And for a company, let's say in landscaping, which would be the to-go machine if you're planning to do some grading, tight spaces, just to start off?
So starting off is going to be our SK1000. That's a new machine that just came out. It's got a little over 1,000 pounds lift capacity. You can get it narrowed up to 36 inch, or if you want a little bit wider, you can go 42 inches. It's got a Yanmar turbo diesel in it, and it's a bad machine. So
awesome.
The other machine, I would say, if you're needing a little more power for, if you're doing tilling or something that takes a little bit more hydraulic power, our SK1050 is the next step up from that, and it's got 37 horsepower as opposed to the 24 horsepower Yanmar that's in that 1000.
Okay, awesome. And do you have those here that you can show?
All of those are here, yeah.
Could you show me the first one, the SK100?
Yeah, the SK1000, yeah.
SK1000 is right here.
Yeah, so this is SK1000. I was talking about the tracks a little bit. You can see this one's set up as a 36-inch configuration. It's our narrowest track option. You've got now we've got a forward horn on this machine. We got a new throttle, paddle throttle switch on here that's a little bit beefier. Okay. With ours, you can set them up with dual joysticks, or you can set it up as a single joystick configuration. The other thing we've added recently is a what's called a spool lock on here. So if the ignition is off, you can't accidentally push this down while somebody's working on it.
Okay. I mean, this thing looks solid. It looks compact. I see this big guy over here.
Yeah.
When would I get this big guy?
So this is a great question. So the SK3000 is our biggest machine. It's the biggest machine in the industry.
Wow.
you know, the biggest thing with these are you got 360 degrees visibility, just like all the other minis, but you're really in more of a full-size skid steer setup, right, as far as the power goes. You have 59 horsepower. At full hinge pin height, you're at 3,100 pounds lift, so pretty significant from a spec perspective. The other thing is if you're in any type of area where you're on and off with some level of frequency, you know, if you're grading all day and that's the kind of application that you're doing the majority of your time, probably not the machine for you. But most guys are on and off anyways, and you know, really feel like that's a little bit even safer option when you talk about some of the injuries that we've seen occur with full-size skid steers, where guys are climbing in and out of the cab. They're either slipping as they're trying to get in, or they're hurting their back, or things of that nature when they're trying to climb in a cab. So
yeah, I mean, just this one, like the size, you have full visibility up there. I mean, a lot of the things, like we're in construction, we build backyards. A lot of time it's hard to get a large machine in there. Yeah. This one looks like it's more like compact to just go through. Yeah, so this one, I mean, this one's gonna be 57 inches wide. So it's, you know, depending on the gates, the area that you're in, the gate size that you're in, you know, it can get in some, especially double gate areas, but it just depends on what you're working on. Okay. And how much weight can this pick up? So, I mean, the weight that it can pick up is around 8,863 pounds, something in that range. Wow. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. So a pallet of pavers is like nothing to this machine? No. Oh, wow. Wet pallet of sod, whatever, you know, just, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So why do you think that Ditch Witch is better than Bobcat? Why do I think Ditch Witch is better than Bobcat? Well, that's a good question. So one of the things is we've been in this mini skid steer market since the early 2000s. We were one of the first entrants into this market. We've been doing it a long time. Like I said, our stuff, we're underground guys. So a lot of our stuff is shaking, digging in the dirt, and I just feel like it's a little more construction grade. You know, all of our stuff is pilot operated controls, where particularly the mini skid steers that Bobcat's doing, the MT100 has a mechanical linkage to drive theirs, and it's belt driven. I think they've done some different stuff on their MT120 that's catching up, but I think we've always kind of been ahead of the curve on ours, and we value customer feedback, and we try and implement that as fast as we can. That's amazing. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the interview. Nice to meet you. Absolutely. Of course, yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hey, guys, we're here with Josh with RC Mowers. Josh, what is this product? I hear it's autonomous. What does that even mean?
Sure. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. So we are a robotics company. We specialize in autonomy and automation. We have a couple different product lines. Our slope mowers here are the bread and butter that kind of got this company started, and those are remote control. And a couple of years ago, we introduced a fully autonomous mower. This is designed to do more of your traditional turf mowing applications, right? So it's going to give you an opportunity to kind of multiply your labor, right? A lot of the businesses and owners of these machines that we talk with, they're understaffed, right? They're trying to grow their business, but they don't have enough labor available to keep things moving in the right direction. Right. So our idea with this is to create a mower that looks familiar to the operator, but gives you full autonomy, and it's a scalable technology. So a single operator can deploy multiple machines, and they can be on site doing value-added work, right? Like cleaning up trash, leaf blowing, limbing, whatever needs to be done on the property, while these machines are independently doing all of the kind of boring work, right, in the open areas, striping and mowing and everything else.
Wow. So you're saying with one guy, this machine can make me money, with him doing something else, and just the whole project is more efficient?
Exactly. So, like in a traditional mow crew, right, maybe send 3 guys to a site, and they spend half a day mowing on 3 different machines. Right. Now, you can send 1 guy to the site with 3 machines. It still takes half a day, but the other 2 guys are somewhere else getting other work done in your product portfolio, right, or in your property portfolio.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like the future. Do you think this is where mowing is going?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly not the only ones offering technology like this. We're at the kind of the cutting edge, the beginning. And as the technology evolves, we're going to be able to get better and better at doing more of the work that people need to get done in that commercial space. So we certainly have invested a lot of time and money in this, because we believe that it is a direction the industry is going to move in down the line.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so how much is something like this, and where can I get one?
So this machine is, there's a lot of different models for autonomy in the industry. This machine is, it retails for $55,000.
Okay.
And you're gonna own the machine, right? So this is not like a rental or a pay by hour or a pay by acre system. So you're buying the machine, it's yours, you own it, you do whatever you want.
Okay.
In addition to the cost of the machine, there is a connection fee for data, software updates, support, service, things like that.
That's good.
That's $200 a month per machine. We're going to bill that annually. It's going to be based on the number of months you mow, right? So if you are mowing for 7 months out of the year, you're going to get an annual bill for 7 times 200.
Okay.
And the first year is included with your purchase.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's also like a warranty kind of maintenance program with buying one of these. And then can I just order it online, or do I have to go to like a dealer to get one of these?
Yeah, so we don't sell direct. In most markets, you're going to buy through our dealer network. That's really another reason we stand apart, right? Some of our competitors, they may not have a distribution model that's very robust. We've spent years developing a very robust dealer network with the slope mower line, and many of those same dealers are going to support this product in the field. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to our website, rcmowersusa.com. There's an option there to request a demo, to find a local dealer. Our dealers have demo units in the field we come to you, right? We'll come to you with a demo, and we'll show you exactly what this machine can do on your site with your application.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
All right, we're here with Chris from Blades Direct. Chris, what's the craziest product you have in stock right now?
Craziest product?
Yeah.
I would say the high flow grabble right in front of you.
Can you show me what it does?
Absolutely. So all you simply have to do, hit the green button, wait for the gauge reader to stop reading, and then lift. This product right here will save your laborers, your workers, so much time and make them more speedy, more efficient on a job site. You'll be able to move the pavers without hurting their hands, lifting the materials off the ground. I mean, we have some other crazy products, but this would be the craziest.
What's the time difference that my guys could install?
Well, depending on how big the project is, but this thing right here will probably save you hours per day just moving around manually each paver, having to lift it off the ground with your hands or the lifting tools.
And how much does something like this cost?
Well, the high flow grabbo sells for $599, so I think after it lifted maybe 20 pavers, it'll have paid for itself.
Okay. And then if I'm looking to buy something like this, could I buy it? Where could I buy it?
You could buy it at Blades Direct. Go on our website, bladesdirect.net. Call us on our toll-free number, 855-225-2337.
Is that the only place I could buy it, or can I buy it somewhere local?
It's available in other places. As far as retail, I couldn't tell you because I'm not from the local area.
Okay.
But just go on Grabbo's website also, and you find some retail partners.
Now, what's the second craziest product you have?
Second craziest product we have, well, if I had to bring you over here,
come over here, guys,
would be our Shocks blades. These blades are second to none, best in the industry, made in Germany by a manufacturer called Samedia, and we have a partnership with the manufacturer. We bring these blades in from Germany.
Okay. Now, I use a lot of blades, right?
Sure.
I do hardscaping.
Sure.
What makes these blades different from all the other blades there is?
That's a great question. So they're made with a patented Shocks technology.
Okay.
What that means, simply put, no vibrations on the saw.
Yeah.
That allows the blade to cut faster, cleaner, smoother, and it's going to outlast any other premium blade 3 to 4 times longer. So that would be your money in time and labor and tool expenses.
I use these every day. How long would it last me?
One of these blades would probably last you, depending on the volume of cutting you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it could last you multiple jobs, could last you multiple months.
Yeah.
I just don't know the volume of cutting that you're doing.
Let's say I'm
day.
using it every single day. Like for, I would say,
I would say 3 to 4 times the life versus a premium blade that you'd find locally at a store.
Now, how much does something like this cost?
Well, this is a 10-inch blade. These are 14-inch blades. So on our 14-inch blades, they're $329.
Yeah.
But when you buy multiples, we give nice, discounts on bulk orders.
Okay, and for the contractors watching that want to buy a blade like this, where could they buy it?
You could call us at 855-225-2337. Ask for Chris Thomas.
Chris Thomas.
Go on our website, bladesdirect.net, or you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok.
Thank you, Chris.
Tell us the time. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So it's the last day, right? It's the last day of the event. Everyone's packing up. Take a look around. Take a look around. This event has been a great event. We met a lot of great people. We also we went to that Zeppelin event, which was a great event. Actually, my camera guy won a Yeti cooler, which is crazy. He literally called it right before they named who was gonna win. He was like, "I feel like someone that's sitting here is gonna win." Boom! Right after they call his name, and then he sold it for $300. That was funny. No, but it was a great event. I'm here with my friends. I'm here with Eric, Jen, JP, Mario, and we had a great time. It was a good experience. It's actually better if you travel with friends, because when you do it alone, it doesn't feel like, it feels better because when you have people around you that do the same thing, you share the same, you share experiences. It's like memories. And we all do the same things. They do pools, Mario does landscaping, Eric and me do the same thing, and then we have our camera guy. So it was a great experience. We're here having a good time and learning while we're at it. So we're gonna take all the information we just learned and we're gonna implement it into our business. The thing about it is you gotta take action, you gotta be quick. I would rather take action, make a couple mistakes, than, think about it, wait a year, and then get nothing done that whole year, So I'm gonna go home, take action, see what happens in my business. The plan is to scale our business and eventually sell our business. I'm here to be a business owner, investor. Personally, I don't want to be a landscaper or a hardscaper. Learn the trade hands-on. Me personally, I want to be a business owner, investor, and have multiple companies. That's my goal. But yeah, we're gonna ask the guys how their experience was.
The first one, I got the boy like.
I was like that.
Mario.
Yes, sir.
How was your experience?
It was a great event. We met a lot of people. We had a good time. We saw a ton of good products, stuff that I haven't even seen. There's a bunch of electrical robot stuff coming out. We saw the new, I think it was the Steel 500, the new concrete saw.
These guys, they just fucking bought a compactor.
Yeah, Eric just bought us we just split a compactor. We got a deal over at Blades Direct.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a great one.
I was trying to record an interview. Next thing you know, they're buying a compactor.
Yeah, got to invest back into the business. What do you got to say, JP?
It was great. So it was my first time here. We came for networking. We met new vendors. So we learned new stuff from the business. So it was a great experience.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
How was your experience?
It was also my first time here. The best takeaway was meeting everybody, getting more info, getting more knowledge. We met a lot of vendors like JP just mentioned, and we're gonna grow a lot more with all the information that we got. And hopefully we'll be here next year and get a little bit more. What about you, Eric?
This thing was awesome. It was my second time here. I didn't come last year, which sucked, but this year came with a great group of people. We had fun, we learned a lot, and I look forward to coming again next year.